honey lime chicken. My wife makes this dish called honey lime chicken, and it is delicious. I know a few weeks ago I talked about light soy sauce and how my wife would use that to make this steak that was so tasty. Yes, my wife is an incredible cook, and we're kind of, I guess, if you call it foodies here. So she makes honey lime chicken, and the only thing that makes it better is a side dish of rice, but not any rice. It's cilantro lime rice from Chipotle. And so Friday we had honey lime chicken, and we ordered rice from Chipotle, the cilantro lime rice, and we tried calling and nobody was answering. I mean, we called like 15 times. And so finally we order online. I go to pick it up and I pull into the Chipotle parking lot, and there's about four or five people standing outside, and it's pouring down rain. They're standing out in the pouring down rain. They're not going over to the door. Then a guy shows up from DoorDash. He stands right by the door. Like, it's just weird. And I'm about ready to call my wife and say, "So I think we just threw away 20 bucks. I'm coming home. I don't know what's going on at Chipotle." But I'm like, no, no, love is patient, love is kind. And so I waited. I tried to have a bit of patience, which I am not good at, I admit. And I sat there, and about 5 minutes goes by, and one of the Chipotle employees comes out and begins to call names. I was like, oh, so this is how it's going to work. We're not going inside to pick it up in any way, shape, or form. They're coming out and calling names. And after about 10 minutes, they called my name. I ran up, grabbed it, and went home. What I have experienced so far as we reopen is that every place is going to be a little different. And what we need more is love that is patient, love that is kind, that doesn't insist on its own way, is not irritable or resentful. A love that we talked about yesterday in church that's found in 1 Corinthians 13. And so, my friends, my hope and my prayer for you this week on the Monday meditation is that you might continue in seeking to love in a way that is patient and kind, that isn't resentful, that isn't irritable, so that we can embrace and engulf one another with the love of God rather than irritability and hatred and nastiness. And so may you this week seek to practice this love that Paul writes about in 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 through 8. Amen.